Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of give you an update about what's been going on. I've had a few questions, and I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's the train. Perfect timing, I guess. I don't have the best timing, but anyway, uh, I have something called gastroparesis. It's one of the chronic illnesses that I have. And basically, my stomach is broken. Um, my stomach does not function properly, so it's partially paralyzed. It does not empty um, very quickly. So food just stays there, and liquids even don't empty um, right away. So they just sit in there, and that causes a lot of pain, stomach pain. If you think about your food sitting in your gut just kind of rotting, um, it causes a lot of stomach pain. It causes a lot of nausea and a lot of bad bloating. Like not just like bad bloating, like you look 7 months pregnant bloating. And it's very uncomfortable and it's very painful, and uh, it's one of my most difficult illnesses to deal with. I have 8 chronic illnesses, and this is probably the one that tops it right now for me, because this disorder affects all my other ones. Because this gastroparesis is affecting my nutrition, and so when your nutrition is not good, it affects the rest of everything else. So I have tried a ton of things. This started actually quite a while ago, probably about a year ago, but it got really a lot worse and magnified in October. And so I kind of thought something was up because I have some other illnesses that go with gastroparesis, such as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder, and also POTS and dysautonomia, which can cause some issues with your GI tract. So I thought maybe that was going on before I got my test done. So I tried to change a little bit of how I was eating, and it didn't really help a lot. It helps some. Um, Sorry, my arm is getting tired. So basically, I have tried to eat an array of different things. With gastroparesis, you can't you're not supposed to have like fiber and fat. Those both slow down your digestion. If you're a normal person, those things are not a big deal. So I've tried pastas and breads and crackers and different soups and eggs and like peanut butter and jelly, even grilled cheese. Um, I can't even think about everything that I've tried. Chicken pitas, just different things like that, and all of it hurts my stomach, and I can't tolerate it. It makes me very nauseous. And the only things that I've found that I can tolerate are baby food and liquids, and it has to be a certain amount of liquids. I can't have more than 10 ounces at a time, or I get really nauseous. So it's, as you can tell, it's kind of very frustrating, and it's very difficult to get in enough calories that I need to sustain a normal life. I'm sustaining a lame life, I guess you could say, right now. Um, my activity level is very low right now to conserve my calories. I'm getting anywhere between 6 to 900 a day, depending on how I'm feeling. Um, this afternoon is actually a little better. I am feeling okay. My stomach's not feeling okay, but my blood pressure is better today, and I'm somewhat functional. I've been having a lot of trouble with my blood pressure dropping into the 80s and sometimes in the 70s. But today it's in the 90s, so I'm feeling a little bit more human. This morning was rough. I had my nutrition, then I try to drink first thing because my stomach usually does best in the morning because nothing's been piled on. My stomach acid is not as bad in the morning and things like that. But this morning, first, I got very nauseous after drinking that drink that I had. I had to take a Zofran this morning. That was kind of rough. And the rest of this day, my stomach has not wanted to play nice. So it's not been very much a good calorie day today. So that's kind of what's been going on with that. I'm able to make this video today because I can actually, I'm so sorry with the shaking. I'm still really weak, but because I'm somewhat functional, I can actually see today. When my blood pressure gets like that, my autonomic nervous system gets funky and I get really bad blurred vision and my blood pressure drops, and it's not the greatest thing, but today's better. So our plan is next week we go to a GI doctor, and between my nursing knowledge and the knowledge my family doctor, we've kind of exhausted kind of the possibilities that would be done at first, such as diet change and medications, and so we're gonna have to look for a next step, and that may possibly be a feeding tube for me to be able to get some nutrition in. I spoke with a neurologist last month for my myasthenia gravis, and she agreed that I talked to her a little bit about a feeding tube and what was been going on with my gastroparesis, and she agreed that that would probably be a good a solution right now, because I'm having trouble swallowing with my myasthenia gravis also. I have trouble swallowing anything that's not basically pureed. So, and so I guess that's just what's been going on. Everything else has been very escalated because of the nutrition status. So, like my muscles are very weak, weaker than they usually are with the myasthenia. Of course, I've lost weight. I think like maybe 9 pounds, 9 or 10 pounds. But my POTS has been acting up, obviously, having a lot of trouble with my blood pressure. I'm probably dehydrated. I can only get in about 48 ounces of fluids a day, which is not good for my POTS. I need more than that, and I can't physically get more than that orally because of my stomach. So it just makes you feel really run down, and almost like you have a stomach flu all the time. Maybe you get a break a couple hours where you don't have a stomach pain, or maybe a day goes by and the stomach pain's not there, but the nausea and bloating are still there. So it's been hard, but on the neurology side, my neurologist is wanting to refer me to someone in Chicago who is an expert in myasthenia gravis and dysautonomia, to see if there's anything else we can do for that. My neurologist is wanting my GI doctor to prescribe infusions. She's hoping he will do that for hydration purposes and because of my gastroparesis, but also that would help my POTS a lot. If he doesn't do it, then she may do that for me. So it's just kind of everything's sort of a long process actually, and takes a lot of patience, which is hard when you are feeling horrible and so weak. But you just have to keep moving forward, and so that's what we're doing. And our next step is next week with the GI doctor, and I will try to keep you updated as to what happens with that appointment and what our next plan is. And yeah, so I appreciate the prayers. I know everybody's gonna say you look so good, you don't look sick. I wish I could lose weight or whatever. And I've heard it all like it's not I don't know how to relay it, but today, yeah, I probably look halfway decent because I'm making a video and I didn't want to look like death. But you can ask my husband or, you know, every other day I look like death. I can't move off the couch hardly. I have to use my walker. I black out. I'm just not well. So, but and unfortunately, my this lack of nutrition or is really affecting my brain, and so I'm along with the POTS that it affects my brain. This is making things 10 times worse, and so it's just been really hard to have conversation or just remember anything I'm supposed to do. It's just really bad. But anyway, but I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and I'm just doing the best I can. So in the meantime, of waiting for the next step, and that's the hardest thing. I think when you have chronic illness, like the hardest thing is um, waiting, waiting, waiting for answers, waiting for the next test, waiting for the next treatment, waiting to feel better, waiting and then wondering, are you ever going to feel better? Is this how it's going to be now? Is this my new normal? Like, is this how life is going to be or whatever? So there's a lot of thinking that goes into it with chronic illness, and especially with this because there's no cure for gastroparesis. So yeah, so that's the whole idea behind the feeding tube, to help sustain me, because it is very stressful trying to eat and you can't eat, and then you get hurt and your stomach hurts and you get sick, and then like it's just very stressful on on your mental status. And so but that takes a lot of pressure off because you're getting your nutrients and you don't have to worry about it, and then whatever you can get orally is just a bonus. So anyway, I will keep you updated, and I will check back in next week. And so, but thanks for all your support, and I appreciate it very much.